Alrighty, we are on. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I wanted to get a little bit off from the subject from Southern New Hampshire studies. And I was trying to install Security Onion, which I succeeded on my other virtual machine. But since I upgraded to Pro on Windows, I was able to get the hypervisor. And one of the things that caught my eye was the PFSense. It's a good software. It's a very good software for a lot of things. It's a firewall / router software. Once you're done with it, you can actually create your own virtual infrastructure, if you want to say it that way. Because since it's a router, you can go ahead and hook up your Linux, your Windows, and that's pretty much what I have right here. Is my server, my Windows 10. I want to do Linux and other ones, so that I can build my own infrastructure, and I can, since this topic for this week was about firewalls, I wanted to go into a bit more deep, and PFSense kind of like made sense a little bit, so I can go ahead and attack and in other computers and see what PFSense can does as a firewall and as a router and stuff like that. Maybe I could do like a man in the middle or something. And it's a little tricky when you want to put it on this hypervisor, because there's a lot of things that you need to do. On part one, I'm gonna end up doing the hypervisor portion of it, and then part two, I'm gonna go in and do the PFSense on it on the second one. As you notice, I already have it here. I like to try everything out first, make sure that I'm getting it right for you guys, so that way I don't end up looking dumb or I can't get it to work, because if I can't get it to work, then what's the point of me doing this? First things first, you open your hypervisor, then you click on Virtual Switch Manager. So you do your right click here, and then you go to Virtual Switch Manager. Okay. So here you want to set it up as private, because it's gonna be a LAN, which is gonna be a local network, area network. And then to go out, you need to make a WAN, which is the wide. You don't want to do it external or internal. You want to do a private network, and you want to create it. Okay, so here, what you want to create first is your LAN. And remember, it always needs to be set on private, okay? You don't want to do anything else on it. And then if you want to create your nodes, like for example, local systems behind PFSense software, and then LAN. That way you know that all the systems that you're creating for this LAN, for that to create to this LAN, will be in a PFSense. Okay, and then you go ahead and you press OK, and then you go back. My bad. So you go back, you go to your switch again. Okay, so LAN is private, remember that, okay? So you want to do an exterior stuff that's going to go out. Okay, and then you're going to do create a virtual switch, which is going to be your WAN. Okay, and then what you want to put in your notes would be something like internet upstream host. Just kind of like giving you guys an idea of what you guys can put in there. Okay, make sure it's external. Everything is looking good, and then you put apply. Okay, and then you put OK. And then after you guys create a the LAN and the WAN, you wanna build your machine. Okay, so you go to new virtual machine, and you put next, and then here that's where you put PFSense. I'm gonna put 2 because I already have my number 1. If you don't do this correctly, which I done it before because I didn't know what I was doing at first, PFSense is not gonna work whatsoever. It's just gonna be a black screen. It's not gonna know what to do, anything like that. So you really have to create what I did first, your WAN and your LAN. Okay. You go to next. You want to do a generation 2 on this, okay? Then you put next. For the amount of gigs that you need for this is 2 gigabytes for it to work completely. So you want to give it at least 2050. So that way you know that you have your 2 gigabytes for this virtual machine. Okay. You hit next. Okay. Since this is gonna go out, you want to put it on your WAN. Okay. So that way it's getting internet from the outside and not from the LAN, because the LAN, there's not going to be no internet because it's just not ready yet for that. and then you're gonna put next. Okay. For here, you really don't need that much space. You can assign 10 to 20 gigabytes of VM disk. We can meet in the middle and go with 15. Then you hit next. Okay, so this is the tricky part right here. When you download it, see, I already have it here. When you download it from the PFSense, you need to have a WinZip file to unzip it in order for it to go into your image drive. Once you unzip it, you know, of course, it gives you everything all in the open, of course, and then you can go ahead and. So I'm gonna hit browse. Okay, and you see how this right here is the way it is. So when you download it, it's not gonna be on your downloads because it's not unzipped yet. So even if you look for it and look for it and look for it, it's not gonna be here. It's gonna show with a .gz, and it's not gonna recognize it to open it. You have to unzip it. Once you unzip it, it goes into this right here. Depending on what computer computer you have, if you have an AMD, then you download the AMD, and then there's another file there that I don't remember, but because my whole system runs around AMD, I download the AMD. So once it recognizes it, it's going to tell you to do next, and then it gives you a brief summary of what you did, and then you go ahead and do finish. Okay, so once you hit connect, so this image right here is the image that you really don't want to have. Okay. The reason why I did that was because I wanted to show you, if you don't do it right, that's still the thing that you're gonna get. Okay. So there's more to it than what you have to do now. Okay, you go to settings, and then you go to add hardware. See what add hardware is right here? Okay, then you're gonna build your network adapter. The virtual switch is going to be your LAN. Okay, then you're going to put OK. See, that's the reason why we put the LAN and the WAN. you're gonna go to security. Okay, and then you're gonna enable security boot. Okay. On your firmware, okay, you're gonna look for your hard drive, and then you're gonna go up. So the purpose for this is because this is a sequence of how it starts, and you want it to start from your hard drive, okay, or should I say imaginary hard drive that we created. And then you're gonna do apply. Okay, so now that we created the WAN, the LAN, we did the firmware, we did the security, we went ahead and did all that good stuff. Now I can go ahead and start it. You see? So that's the way it starts, and you have a successful startup. Okay, for the next video, I'm gonna go ahead and do the installer, and then go from there. But that's how you install PFSense in your hypervisor manager machine. There's other ways that you can do it, and other virtualization machines, but since I have a hypervisor, this is the correct way to do it in order to run successful. Okay, so if you guys are interested, part 2 will probably end up being in 1 or 2 days from this video. If you guys like it, please like the video. If you want to subscribe for more of my videos, feel free to subscribe. A lot of my videos are just to the point. There's no balloons or anything like that, or hey, look at me videos. It's just straight to the point. It's just the way I feel that my videos should be. I apologize if you guys want, all the extra nuts and bolts, but I'm a very, very busy man. I work, I go to school, and I tend to do these videos for me and for you guys to learn, and my experience of going to school and at an older age, and if I can do it, you guys can do it, and we can learn together. We'll learn together. But for now, thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video.